Welcome to Loudthotz Open Poetry Reading, Season 17, Episode 3, with the theme Men. Loudthotz is the only poetry-only reading platform in Africa, as far as I'm concerned, because I haven't seen any other. And nobody have told me they have seen any. So this is the only poetry reading only platform in Africa. And we have been on for 17 years. This year, 2026, is the 17th year we have been reading every second Thursday, right through the COVID-19 period when we were at home. That's when we started online. Before, we used to read physically at Orange Academy in Lagos. But now we are reading online most of the time because time changed. So the platform is for lovers of poetry, people who are starting off in poetry, people who are experienced in poetry writing, in poetry reading, to come and expose and show the world what they've got or what they are trying to do or what they are trying to build. We noticed that people who love poetry write these things and keep it under their pillows, and nobody sees those beautiful thoughts put on words, and it's lost. They lose the notebook, or it never gets seen by people, and we think that's a tragedy. We think people should be able to read your thoughts, the things you put down, the beautiful poems you have written, and the poems you have written, which maybe on this platform you could get more inspiration on how to write it better, on how to use words. So what we usually do is we announce a theme. Like this evening's theme is men. We announce it and you write to the theme of the poem. You don't just bring out one of your old works and just put it up there. That you write towards the theme for the day, which men or whatever it is for that month. This is done so that people will be disciplined writers, because it's easy to write when you are inspired, and not so easy to write when you must write. Dr. Ode will say what a writer should do is write. Just write what is in your heart, put it down, and let the world think what they need to think, that you put down what you want. So the way to keep writing without waiting for inspiration and without waiting for the news to come, having writer's block, is just write. Just put something down. Say, oh, I'm going to write 3 lines of poems every day. If you have that in your mind consciously, you begin to write and say, oh, even if it's only 3 lines, I'm not writing it for anybody. I'm writing it for myself. I'm writing how I feel. I'm writing how I think about some things, that will make you a more disciplined writer. So that's why we put the theme. And then we put it together on a Word document like this and project it when we are reading physically on the wall. And now that we are doing the same on Zoom, we put it, we share the document so that everybody sees what you are reading. So it's not about like the spoken words, the sound it makes and how fun it sounds. It's about the length of your lines. It's about the choice of words, where they are placed. It's about whether you spelt the words right or you spelt it wrong on purpose. It's about the technicalities of writing a poetry. And what it has shown over this past decade and half that we have been reading is that people become better writers, not only of poetry, but of prose and other forms of writing. When they write, they pay attention to spellings, to punctuations, to what they are trying to communicate based on what we have experienced over this past decade and a half, reading poetry. So you are welcome to the platform. And what normally happens is that at the end of the year, we put together all the poems that are read every Thursday in that year, and we publish it on a book called The First Gong. The First Gong. So we have many editions. Will I call it editions? No, many seasons that we have published from season 1 till season 7. And this is a collection of almost, if not more than 3,000 poems written by Africans, Nigerians, and they are not marketed like for books or reading. They are like, you know, what do you call it? A gift items, because it's a rarity to see over 200 poets put poems together in, you know, reading on a platform and putting poems together for publishing. Over 3,000 of them. So that is what we do with the poems. And what else it means is that you can claim that you're a published poet, because sometimes you want to enter some competitions and they will ask you if you have been published. If you're a published poem, you can say yes, and that qualifies you in some. I think LNG literary competitions feature only published poets, you know, or published writers. Is one of their criteria. Then I don't know if they have changed it now. But then this is what this platform and this book, First Gong, does. It gives you that qualification as a published writer. And what it means is that all your works in that book are still yours. You still have full rights to them. And you can claim that book as yours. Because if you read consistently, you have 12 poems inside inside that book. And there are other opportunities inside for you to have a section to yourself and publish more poems, maybe 10 poems, 15 poems put together, or 20 poems in the First Gong. There are those opportunities. So we'll have to start. But before then, let me also make this announcement. Abuja is starting Loudthotz this Saturday by 2 p.m. You may have seen the posters that is on the platform, on our WhatsApp platform, and on our Instagram page. Please kindly try to follow the Instagram page, comment on it, like the post so that more people, the algorithm will show it to more people, and we'll have more joining us in poetry, because the more the merrier. And then you never know who has been looking for an opportunity or a platform like this to showcase themselves. Okay, we will start, but don't mind me. I have, if my voice is sounding somehow, I have Qatar cold, and I might be sneezing sometimes. Sorry for the interruptions ahead. So without further ado, I'm going to call Lolade. Hello, Lolade, are you there? Lolade? Lolade has gone out. Hello, Lolade? She's not here. Who can read Yoruba? Hello, are you guys hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Nobody here, Lolade is out. That means she can't read because of this place in the poem.
Yemi is here. Okay, can you hear me?
Who? Let me see. Yeah, Akiemi. Hello. Hello, Akiemi.
I shall tell my be at work, but let's see if you will respond.
Okay. What I would do is I'll try and read mine first, and then we see if Lolade will come in to read Ajake's own. But maybe somebody else can read it because it's just like one line. We can murder that line and continue. What do you think, Ariel? Oh, two lines.
I
Ariel,
look forward to your attempts.
Ado, you read it.
Kinyemi says he's in a noisy place.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hmm. Who will read this? Ariel, you don't want to read it. Okay, let me read mine, and then if nobody comes, I'll read it. Okay. The title of my poem is Mend. Tears comes uninvited sometimes in the middle of the night like a thief of joy garnered in the day. They find lost griefs and lay it at the feet of your heart. They bring the nauseating smells of past failures as sweet incense. They drag your broken hearts from their holes, naked, ashamed, with jagged edges. Those wayward tears that cloud your thoughts. These treacherous tears cloud the mind and whisper as false mentor. There is no path forward. No path for broken hearts to mend. No way we broke hearts mend. No way we tattered tears of past failures mend. No way we turn happiness by lost griefs mend. Thank you. Do I read it again?
Yes.
Okay. Mend. Tears comes uninvited sometimes, in the middle of the night like a thief of joy garnered in the day. They find lost griefs and lay it at the feet of your heart. They bring the nauseating smells of past failures as sweet incense. They drag your broken hearts from their holes, naked, ashamed, with jagged edges. Those wayward tears that cloud your thoughts. These treacherous tears cloud the mind and whisper as false mentor. There is no path forward. No path for broken hearts to mend. No way we broke hearts mend. No way we tattered tears of past failures mend. No way we turn happiness by lost griefs mend. Thank you. Richard.
Yes. Why did you call me first?
You are the first to come in.
Okay. Lovely poem. I kind of see it as exploring nighttime grief and emotional vulnerability. Don't know if I'm right there. I love the way you use your personifications, how you personify tears, and it brings strong elements in your poem as well, like a thief of joy. They find lost dreams. There was somewhere else, was it? They drag your broken hearts from their holes and they whisper. It makes sorrow feel active and evasive, I don't know, as if breaking into the mind and stealing one's peace. I love the way you've played around with the imagery as well. The dark sensory imagery. They bring the nauseating smell of past failures as sweet incense. Powerful in the sense of the contradiction there as well. Nauseating smell and sweet incense. So quite lovely poem, well written, relatable as well. Good tone and mood being used as well. Haunting, heavy, introspective. And your structure and style, free flow and raw, just says it all. Lovely. Well done, Chisholm.
Thank you. Samuel.
Okay. So, thank you for the poem. I think for the first time, I don't know, I'm reading your poem that is, permit me to use the word, is it poignant or dark? So let me, no, dark is not the word, dark is not the word, dark is not, I think poignant would be a right word. So it has this heavy tone. Just like Richard said, I think you are exploring healing in the human part of tearing, that is crying, or like feeling vulnerable, breaking down within your own self, not outwardly, not like an outburst, like being alone and then accepting your position in life, and then from there gradually knowing that it's something that is momentarily, it's temporary, not permanent. So I like the way you played with the concept of tear there. It's just it's a deep poem. It's not simple. It's not simple. It's not simple like the other poems that you just say it and then play with some elements of poetry that someone will just at a glance, the person will say, okay, he's talking about joy or he's talking about mending and then sewing clothes. Yeah, you actually use human elements to deepen the concept of mending.
Okay. Priska.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good
Priska.
evening.
Nice to be here after a very long time.
Yeah. How is Rome?
We thank God our weather is okay today. The poem you wrote is just very beautiful because I've just been going through it and they are just really inspiring because starting with the tears that comes sometimes uninvited now brings us to what actually leads to the pain and how it comes in different forms. It could come in the night, it could take every other form until we get to where it invites us to amend with our own thoughts, just like you concluded it, the whispered as a force mentor. So it's really inspiring because it's just a kind of each line gives a different meaning and a deeper opening to another phase of this in the content. So it's really inspiring. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. So, moving forward, it's exactly what it is. It's nothing hidden. It's just that I tried to use more personification and other poetry techniques to bring out how it is. It's about, all those times you wake up in the middle of the night and there's no sleep again and you don't know why. And then you start thinking of thoughts. What if I had done this and I've done that? What of that year that I did this, if I have done this, and those thoughts keep coming, and then it's too late for you. There's nothing you can do. But I purposely ended the poem with no hope inside, because I wrote some lines that said about, no, I don't listen to this. Now the broken hearts have been mended, the failures have been erased, and the lost griefs are lost forever. But I thought it would be too didactic, and I'm not of the school of thought that poems should be didactic. That what it is what it is. Sometimes you think about past mistakes, you think about things you should have done right or wrong, and then of course it will be like, how I wish I would get another time, and they said the time is gone. There's nothing you can do about it. Move forward. But the positive sides of those thoughts I did not want to bring, because I wanted to focus on this. That's what it is. Thank you.
And if I can just add, it does show, you're in a stream of consciousness, and the writer has just allowed sorrow to arrive suddenly and overwhelm the mind.
Yeah.
Just take control, and that's it.
Okay.
Oga, Dr. Ode, I salute you.
Do.
Yes,
how you doing?
I dare you.
Should that be jagged edges? Chisom jagged.
Okay.
Chisom loves that word, jagged.
Yeah, but put it jagged edges, then bridges should be spelled properly. Jagged edges.
Where?
Then bridges. Jagged.
No, that's not the spelling.
Is that what you want? You want jagged or you want jagged? You want jagged.
Rough
okay. Okay. All right.
So you have jagged and you have jagged. Which one is it you wanted? I think it should be.
This is jagged.
No, this is not jagged.
This jagged.
Okay. Pardon?
This jagged. What you got there?
As in rough edge.
Well, is jagged a word? Have you checked it?
I don't think it is this one. It's the other one you mean.
Was it jagged you wanted to say and you wrote jagged? Or have you confirmed that jagged is a word?
I will check.
It's not a word. It's not a word.
Right.
Okay.
So
what do you spell as rough edges? That's jagged.
It's the jagged. That's it now. The same word, jagged.
J-A.
So it's J-A-G-G-E.
So remove the E-R. Remove the ER.
Remove the ER.
Okay. The middle ER.
Yes, remove it.
That is it.
Yeah.
So having sharp and even point.
I wrote it as pronounced in Igbo tone.
Okay.
And that's jagged. I think that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of jagged. So he did a transliteration from Pidgin English to English.
No, from Igbo tone.
Exactly. You didn't just do jaga.
Thank you for the correction, Dr.
Have we asked Dr. Ode whether he can speak, he can read Yoruba?
Me?
No, he can.
I can read some of it, maybe. Trust me. Did somebody show you Yoruba poem?
Some lines are in Yoruba.
Okay.
So, Dr. Ode, you read it?
Where is it?
This is it.
Okay, is this one? Is that Yoruba poem?
No, there's some lines.
Yeah,
but there's a Yoruba words there. Oh, there's a line there. Okay. All right. So, are you ready?
I'm
as educated as a work of time. That one passed me. Hello.
I don't want to.
Tibako obirin ni eko. Tibako obirin ni eko. Atiko egberun. Oh, that's good. I got
You've tried now.
I got it. Look at it now. Tibako obirin ni eko. Atiko egberun eniyan. If I teach a woman, I will taught egberun eniyan. Many people. Egberun is how many?
What
100 people. More than 100 people. Yes.
What of this?
Obìnrin tí ó bá jẹ́ olóòótọ́ ní ilé yóò jẹ́ olóòótọ́ níta.
A woman who speaks the truth in the house will also speak the truth when she goes.
What are you saying? What are you trying to prove?
No. Marilyn, don't tell me you can read Yoruba.
Translating, a woman who speaks truth in the house will also speak truth when she goes out.
But ask Marilyn to read it like I read it. Let us see.
That one is a different matter.
Exactly.
But at least you tried. We've got someone who can read it, and we've got someone who can interpret it.
I beg your pardon?
Are you going to read this form?
No, Dr. Ode can read it.
I'm reading. I can read it.
Oh, okay, Dr. Ode.
Where it comes to
I've told them to pay extra money. You cannot send a Yoruba poem with just the proxy money. I've gone to meet her. She should pay extra for this reading.
All right, let me read it then.
Okay,
are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Except that, is that Ode or Ode?
Ode.
Is it Yoruba Ode? All right, so let's read as Ode, all right?
Okay.
Ode. Am I a proud woman? Am I a proud woman? I began as a cheerful child, chasing butterflies in their father's compound. An inquisitive child, learning the language of the world, learning early that gentle hands can help mend broken paths. Am I a proud woman? After relatively long years of nurturing, I become a daughter dedicated to the pride of her parents. Even the threats of sexual proposals and faceless promises, standing firm to mend courage where fear tries to grow. Am I a proud woman?
Hello?
I think we've lost Dr. Ode.
Oh, we've lost him. Oh, he's there.
What happened? But he's frozen.
Oh.
He was invoking the proud woman.
Okay. What do we do?
Dr. Ode, we've lost you. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
Oh, I think he's come on as
Okay, we're back.
You're back.
Oh, yeah. You
right,
have to start from the beginning, please.
Okay, let me start. Ode. Am I a proud woman? Am I a proud woman? I began as a cheerful child, chasing butterflies in a father's compound. An inquisitive child, learning the language of the world. Learning early that gentle hands can help mend broken paths. Am I a proud woman? After relatively long years of nurturing, I become a daughter dedicated to the pride of her parents. Even with the threat of sexual proposals and faceless promises, standing firm to mend courage where fear tries to grow. Am I a proud woman? Sometimes I do not become a sister, but all times I become a friend to myself and others, reinvesting my attention for others to select right life decisions. From the dilemma of passion and social expectations, quietly helping hearts and hopes mend. Am I a proud woman? I'm as educated as a walk of time. Tiaba ko obìnrin ní ẹ̀kọ́, àti kọ́ ẹgbẹ̀rún ènìyàn. I didn't just parade the house with my office here. My native intelligence is just to me. If not for women, the tables will be under the chairs. But knowledge in a woman helps nations mend. Am I a proud woman? Just as an octopus multitasks with different arms, I multitask. I become a worthy wife and a dear daughter-in-law, saving my pride for countless I am sorry. Serving the dance steps of my home with the drum beats of my husband's home, passionately helping relationships mend. Am I a proud woman? In this shell, I become a mother, being the closest confidant and philosopher of my children. When our children want to wander wild, I know the way to ring the caution bell, guiding young lives to grow and mend their ways. Am I a proud woman? Obìnrin tí Oba je olóòótọ́ ní ilé, yóò jẹ́ olóòótọ́ níta. I'm a teacher. Thousands taught me, and I teach a country for free, not only paying students. For every lesson helps a generation mend the future. Am I a proud woman? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a tree that builds a forest. Luck or work, I promote positive possibilities when I listen to fertile but unloved ideas, turning small seeds into hopes that mend communities. Am I a proud woman? What are my prosperous transformations within the elastic shell of childhood, motherhood, grannyhood, great-grannyhood? I'm a philanthropist, but I fill the gaps of wealth recreation in my society and beyond, given where the world needs healing and mending. Am I a proud woman? Today, I brag my gender in honor for women rise to mentor, empower, nurture, and develop, to rebuild, restore, and mend the world. I am a proud woman. Yes, we are proud women. Happy International Women's Day. Rashidat Olamidayo Ajakaye.
Okay.
I know we're not reading again.
No, we are not.
I know. Thank you.
So, Marilyn, just talk a little about this since she's not here to tell us what she's thinking. Let's just hear a woman's perspective to this. Hello,
But I'm
Marilyn.
not a proud woman now.
So you're a woman.
Wow.
I think just summarily, it is a tribute to womanhood. And at the end, it became clearer to me that, and I like actually the way she built the cycle up. Just looking at it in my mind, I see it almost like a timeline from youth up until, great grandmotherhood. And the crucial role that womanhood plays. And it feels like it's not ode, it's actually an ode. It's an ode to womanhood for the important role that she plays in society. And if that makes her a proud woman, then so be it, because there is something to be proud about. I think for me, that would be the takeaway. I'm done.
Okay. I think we should move forward since she's not here to explain. Ariel. Hello, Ariel.
Hello.
Okay, please read your poem.
Okay. She is the one who fixes what isn't broken, who rescinds words not yet spoken, who rebuilds bridges not yet burnt, tends to pain before it hurts, fulfills promises yet to be made. Give her her accolades. For that is the plight of woman, to envisage and plan, to seek the core, to be the ore, be the manure, and even be the door. She does that and more. No mistakes, no earthquakes, no heartbreaks, no stomach aches. On her watch, she tends, she defends, she mends them all, conquer or fall. First, to survive to the very end, it's best to be her friend. When words are not spoken and things are not broken, she remains all that, fiction and fact.
Please, let's clap. Read it once more time.
So that word is not first, so it's for. F-O-R. That
Which
word
one?
is not first, it's for. When I get there, I'll read it again. First,
Okay.
the one towards the end.
Okay.
She is The one who fixes what isn't broken, who rescinds words not yet spoken, who rebuilds bridges not yet burnt, tends to pain before it hurts, fulfills promises yet to be made. Give her accolades, for that is the plight of woman, to envisage and plan, to seek the core, be the ore, be the manure, and even be the door. She does all that and more. No mistakes, no earthquakes, no heartbreaks, no stomach aches. On her watch, she tends, she defends, and mends them all. Conquer or fall. For to survive to the very end, it's best to be her friend. When words are not spoken and things are not broken, she remains all that, fiction and fact.
Okay, Samuel.
Yes, a very beautiful poem. Not almost, it's musical. I think this is also in line with the other poem. I would say more like it was like a Women's Day something. So the poem is talking about the role of a woman in will I say in nature or in life or in people's life. So that's just what I think. It's pretty straightforward poem, beautifully read, and it's just there.
Dr. Day. Dr. Day. Is he here? No, he's not. Okay, he's here. Okay. Marilyn, you want to say something?
Yes, just Ariel, this is as usual, I'm a fan. This is a beautiful poem. Suggestively, that no earthquakes, no heartaches. Suggestively, could you consider making it through? So rather through mistakes, through earthquakes. I think this, because if we look at women, we're not infallible. And so unless this portion speaks to the fiction, otherwise I think if you could consider it being worded as through the mistakes, through the earthquakes, heartbreaks, and stomach aches, she keeps, playing her part, even when it's hard. And that's, suggestive.
Oh, that's makes sense until we hear what Ariel intended when she wrote this. Dr. Day, I wanted to ask this. Who can help me with this? Why is there not a woman here? Because I don't know if being for that is the plight of a woman, or that is the plight of woman. Does it mean different things or the same thing? Without A missing there. Who can help me?
So I think woman here is not just one woman. It's talking about women in general. So this is the plight of woman. What a woman goes through. So it's
more
what
like
a woman
that is the plight of womanhood.
No, you don't need to add womanhood.
No. I'm saying this is more like saying didn't want to be worthy.
I like how it sounds, but I was thinking, why the omission of A? Does it mean the same thing when you say, for that is the plight of a woman?
Yes,
the
it
plight
does.
of a woman does not mean one single woman. I don't think so. But
so it's
woman, I don't know.
Okay,
I just wanted a clarification on that.
So I know this, it's kind of old-fashioned, but it's understandable. It kind of sounds a little formal or old-fashioned, but people still use it.
Okay.
If you had wanted to, you could say, for this is the plight of a woman, or for that is the plight of women. But woman on its own works in a poetic context. It could feel slightly stiff, but it works.
Okay.
Just by reading it. Hi guys. Uncle Chisom, I heard something. Good evening. I heard that you started something. I'll come back and discuss that. I want to talk about this poem. So, just by reading it, you can tell that when you say, just like Uncle Richard has said, when you say for that is the plight of a woman, it kind of waters down the strength, of what you're trying to say. If you say that is the plight of women, it's not lofty, in the way that
Okay.
I think the poet wants to present it. But when you say for that is the plight of woman, you're encompassing, yes, the whole of womanhood, but you don't want to say womanhood. You're just you're using woman to represent all the women. But the way that it is written, in that way, it catches your attention, just the way it has caught your attention here. It's correct in its English language, grammatically, and everything. There's nothing wrong with it at all. But if you change it to for that is the plight of a woman, it just waters it down and you don't really get the effect as much as this has given.
Okay.
They just talk about the poem. I think what's striking for me is the way she did the part that goes, stop moving up and down now. What's going on here? To the core. To seek the core, be the ore, be the manure, and even the door. I just love the musicality of that. Of course, it's a real, we know she plays well with words when it comes to rhythm. But it was just so brilliant to see that, to seek the core, be the ore. And it's the imagery I also love, because, and I'll say this very quickly, when you talk about the core, you're talking about the center. And if you've ever had surgery before, or anything at all that involves you not being able to stand up and your stomach, you realize that your core is so essential. Or maybe you just started doing sit-ups and it hurts. So if a woman is seeking the core, it gives you just that like the weightiness of the importance of the presence of woman, in the world or in the home or wherever. Without that core, you cannot stand. Basically, that's the picture that I get. And then be the oil, so she's steering, be the manure, she makes it grow, and even be the door. So through her, she's a bridge. It's so powerful. It's simple. I love the fact that when Ariel writes, there's this simplicity to it, but if you look deeper, you can see that there's this beauty in the depth of the words, the simple words that she has put together. So I like the imagery that comes with, be the core, the or, the door. It's very powerful for me, and I really like the way she put that together. Thank you.
Okay. Richard.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so before I just talk about the poem, so I know, in broken English, in pidgin English, you say, hey, na so man they suffer. You don't say, na so men they suffer. Or na so a man suffers. Na so man they suffer. That man alone, it's not just talking about one man. Yes, so it's in the same way. It's here. Just also about the poem, love it, beautiful. It kind of talks of the unseen labor of women, emotionally, socially, practically, how they are quick to anticipate problems, sort out problems before the problem even, starts, like builds bridges not yet burnt, already preventing a problem that they are foreseen in their mind. You can see again, repairing what is fragile and sustaining others without even wanting to be recognized. They hide in the shadows. Lovely imagery, lovely use of metaphors as well. Maybe clarifications of metaphors would have been better. I know the use is there. They've used so many in short phrases, but apart from that, lovely poem as always.
Okay, Ariel. Hello.
Yeah.
Did you think? Sorry, hold on. Did you think Marilyn's suggestions?
So that's where I'm going to.
Okay.
So the phrases, I like Marilyn's interpretation, because she said she was looking at the woman. But from when I was writing this, I was looking at the man. And there's this if you say a number of interviews on online, when you say a couple that have been married for 50 years, 60 years, and you ask the man, So how have you been able to keep it together? You say, do whatever she says. Just when she says this, do it. Or I don't know if you've watched some interviews like this, these old couples, or Igbo couples, and you're like, whatever she says goes, or whatever, as if there are no mistakes, or, they don't want no earthquakes, so they don't want to scatter this thing at all. So whatever she says is right, just go with it. Concur or fall. That was where my brain was at that section. Because after being the core and all, Kemi really got that, and even Uncle Richard got it too. But that section of no mistakes, no earthquakes, I was actually at the point of relationships and how they keep it, well, how they say, that's why I said fiction or facts at the end, yes. She was correct when she said it also relates to, that's where the fiction of fact comes in. And the fact that she doesn't make mistakes. Of course she makes mistakes. Does she agree she made? It's another story.
Okay.
But my brain was with those people that it was either concur or fall. Have you kept it on this long? It's whatever she says. That stops the no heartbreaks. No, everybody is fine at that point. Just go with her.
Thank you, Rio. Please, let's clap for Rio.
Thank you.
So let's listen to Priska. It's been long we heard from her. Priska?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Please read your poem.
Yes. Mending begins where truth is kept. In quiet rooms, once wet. A wound is never cause for shame. It marks the road from which we came.
Wow.
To mend is first to recognize the weight that slipped from trembling hands, the fragile hours, things fell apart, beyond the reach of careful plans. Then slowly thought returns to see what loss and time have made us learn. How broken edges, held with care, can shape a wiser heart in turn. The scar remains a silent sign, a slender thread through memory's arts, not where the fragile spirit failed, but where endurance stitched the heart.
Wow. Well done. Please read it again.
Mend.
Wow.
Mending begins where truth is kept. In quiet rooms, the heart once wept. A wound is never cause for shame. It marks the road from which we came. To mend is first to recognize the weight that slipped through trembling hands. The fragile hours things fell apart, beyond the reach of careful plans. Then slowly thoughts returned to see what lures and time have made us learn. How broken edges, held with care, can shape a wiser heart in turn. The scar remains a silent sign. The scar remains a silent sign, a slender thread through memory's arts, not where the fragile spirit failed, but where endurance stitched the heart.
Thank you. Shegun Peters, how are you?
Good evening, everyone.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very well. I'm good.
So, what are you going to say about this poem?
This is a very, very lovely poem. And the reason why I say it's lovely is because somehow well, I don't know if it is right to use the word scientific in the poetry setting, but it kind of scientifically breaks down how mending, repair, that sober reflection, that conscientiousness takes place. And it's such a gentle poem in the sense that the words seeps into your head. They are easy, they are mild, and it makes you have a deeper understanding that vulnerability is not that bad at all. That taking a step to, make a repair or to initiate a correction, it comes from a place of strength, even though it seems vulnerable and all of that. So I say it's scientific in the sense that it just breaks it down in a way that you've never seen the word mending before, especially when it has to do with the heart or where correcting your path and all of that. This is such a lovely poem, and the fact that this poem does that to me, it makes it one of a kind. Thank you.
Yeah, the first uh, stanza, it's very good. I felt it, especially the last two lines. The wound is never a cause for shame. It marks the road from which we came. So if I want to steal that line, I will steal it like this: a wound marks the road from which we came. And it's a lovely, lovely words to put down. I like the poem. I think it has reading. Even the way she reads it is like a sing song. In my head, the way she put it together, and like Shegu said, it's a fresh way of looking at the word mend, and she did it very good, in my opinion. Lola, do you want to say something? Hello, Lola Day.
No, please. There's much noise on where I am, so I didn't really listen.
Okay, Dr. Day. Hello, Dr. Day.
I think we've lost him.
No, he's here. I can see him.
Dr. Day.
You're muted, sir.
You're muted.
Dr. Day, you're muted. I know he's talking, but he's muted.
Unmute.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Right. When she was reading the poem, it was like I pictured myself sitting in front of a lake, a tranquil lake, but clear water lake, very, very deep. But you will not know just by looking at it, but it's clear all the way to the bottom. It's very, very deep. And that's why I felt about it, actually. And all the way down to the last stanza. You're not talking about the scar. Now, what you think about the scar, something kind of intuitive here. The scar remains, right? It's a slender thread, it's a silent sign, but you're thinking the scar that remains is not at the point where the fragile spirit failed, but the point where endurance stitched the heart. In other words, the scar is not an evidence of a wound, but an evidence of healing. Which for me was just a beautiful twist in the whole thing. Yeah, I loved it. It was beautiful. I was very worried to that same soft, gentle voice. That's the kind of cadence of the poem. Yes.
If I may just, sorry, you finished, Dr. Day?
I'm done, yes.
Yeah, so as Dr. Day was talking about the stream that's just clear, same thing was going through my mind as well. Sitting in front of a clear, what's that noise? Okay, sitting in front of a clear stream, imagining that going deep down into a journey, you can see the bottom, but it's taking you so long. And that form of journey is kind of like a healing process. One thing about Priska's poems is like they are like you've been administered medication, and you can feel healing as it goes along.
Yeah.
In her poems, there's a lot of wisdom you can gain from it as well. I don't know if this was before her becoming what she is today. Maybe she had that, or because a lot of it reflects what she is at the moment, and you can see there's so much healing. And one of the things you see in her poems as well is that encouragement to endure. That endurance in her poems is now an art of its own. So a lovely poem.
The two lines I highlighted are so so real. It's not like a made up word. It's like what you make all your plans and it just falls apart for no just cause. Priska, please tell us about the poem, your inspiration for it, what it's really talking about.
Well, actually, when I saw the title meant, the first thing that came to my mind was just because of the season in which we're in, the period of Lent. It's a time of reconciliation, a time I have to tell myself the truth, irrespective of whatever happens. So it's just like me opening myself before God, saying the truth without diluting it, knowing where I am at fault, and being ready to tell whatever it is before I can let it go. Because most times, truth is as fragile as just like a raw egg that if you don't handle it well, you will lose it and bear the consequence by even trying to clean it up. So while I was just thinking about that, the first thought that just came to me was just what I left as a little nugget, which reads, thoughtlessness is a thinking thought. Thoughtlessness in a thinking thought makes even thinking thoughtless. I repeat that again. Thoughtlessness in a thinking thought makes even thinking thoughtless. So if I have to be truthful about what went wrong, I have to be truthful to know how the healing will come. So it's a kind of little Lenten reflection about the season. And I pray that every one of us have some wounds that needs to be mended. So it's something that we have to fall back on God because He is the only one who can heal us and heal us wholly without any reservation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Priska.
Thank you, Priska. Richard. Hello, Richard.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, let's hear from you. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Mending broken bits. The world is broken to bits. It does not want to be fixed. It is a crumbling brick, like one that has lost its grit. And life now goes so quick, like the clock's swift ticks, within a second of a split, yet still we dare not quit. Life, a multicolored outfit, designed and crafted to fit, not just tailored by wit, but shaped slowly, bit by bit. In life we stumble and slip. Be strong, tighten your grip, and be hopeful for an uplift, learning more as we commit. Sometimes all we do is sit in life's hallway faintly lit as we begin to question it while repairing what permits.
Oh, nice. But you read, are you changing this second to the last line?
Which one?
Second, as we begin questioning it, you read it as we begin to question it.
No, sorry, it should be as we begin questioning it.
Okay, please
I'm
read
not
it one
changing
more
it.
time. Read it one more time, please.
Okay. Mending broken bits. The world is broken to bits. It does not want to be fixed. It is a crumbling brick, like one that has lost its grit. And life now goes so quick, like the clock's swift ticks, within a second of a split. Yet still we dare not quit. Life, a multicolored outfit, designed and crafted to fit, not just tailored by wit, but shaped slowly, bit by bit. In life we stumble and slip. Be strong, tighten your grip, and be hopeful for an uplift, learning more as we commit. Sometimes all we do is sit in life's hallway faintly lit as we begin questioning it while repairing what permits.
Let's clap for him. Okay, Marilyn, are you here?
I just got in while he was reading. I apologize. So I
Okay.
didn't hear the entire poem, so I won't be able to speak to it.
Okay. Priska.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, Priska.
Yes, sir.
You want to talk about this poem?
Actually, here I see mending coming off in different colors, and just like I saw him picture it not just like a fabric that can be made in different sizes, shaped in different forms, it which has its own colors. So, in fact, I was just kind of reflecting and contemplating a lot of imagery he used in trying to build it up in beats, which is really inspiring because life is just a multicolored this thing, stuff that each and every one of us is made in its own unique form. So with it, we all have to take our own beats and beautify it in every way that it falls on, leaving its own questions, leaving its own this thing, explanation in any form we think we may have understand it. So bringing up the beats just like a pebble help us to understand that all the components, you have to make them in order to form a unique entity or element. So, Mr. Richard, congratulations, it's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, what I like about this poem, apart from the end rhymes, is this last imagery. Sometimes all we do is sit in life's hallway, faintly lit. You can just imagine that. I don't know how to say it. It's not something that is not real. It's something that you can picture, close your eyes, imagine somebody sitting in a half lit or faintly lit hallway, uh, sitting there, and that person or that object or that being uh, is the man. All we do is sit there. So I like the images. I like the end rhymes, and I like how even the first two lines, the word is broken to beats, and it does not want to be fixed. It's like a fatalistic statement. There's no hope here. Just leave it as it is. But I like the poem all the same. Shegu, you raised your hand. Please speak.
Yes, I did. So, like always, he writes in a very very excellent way. Excellent in the sense that it makes you, how will I say, uh, it brings the imagery to life. All right. So, and one thing I noticed, and I wanted to say it here, is that how it is short paced, and then how every word ends with a rhymed, it rhymes, and it is not forced. It is not jammed. They work. The pacing is excellent, and then it works well perfectly. So I wanted to say something. So if we go to the last two verses, all right. So, in my opinion, I'm not saying that you should take it all, but I'm just saying maybe we could consider it that the one before the last may probably come last, and then the one at the bottom may come above. Because the one before the last looks like a finality to the poem rather than the one below. But I'm just saying that's how I say it. Because this is a poem that looks like taking a stand. Like, despite the word is this way, but then you as a person, what stand do you take? And it kind of, throws the words around the person to see what kind of position the person will take. So I think that second to the last verse looks more like the finality to the poem. But that's just me.
Dr. Day. Hello, Dr. Day.
Dr. Day has gone to eat starch with
I'm here. I'm very hungry actually, but I'm waiting.
So I wasn't wrong.
Yes. Right. It's almost like a counterpart piece to Priska's. Soft, sibilant, slow, reflective, But no, it's not fatalistic at all. It's said like that, but as you go down up to the end, it now picks up, almost becomes motivation and inspiring. First of all, I think that there's some design and purpose to our lives, and that we do our own part in this whole deal while we're waiting for things to fill together. But that line there, yet still we dare not quit. Oh no. I mean, that is the part that just picks it up again. And no matter what is going, no matter what God is sounding like or looking like, we just keep going. Not hopelessly, not fatalistically, right? But, calmly, quietly, but determinedly, I think, yes. So, okay. Yeah, I like it. It's very good. I mean, it doesn't read like most of his poems. His poems are usually very militant, like soldiers arranged in a row and everything in matching order, all of that. But this is soft. This is sibilant, and it's lovely. I like it. Thank you. And thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome back, Miss San, after 25 years of not seeing you.
I don't know what to say.
Exactly.
Don't say anything. Just buy pizza for us. Finish. Okay. Richard, please talk to us about it.
So if you just correct that third line, it's meant to be, it is a crumbling brick. It shouldn't be.
Yes. Brick, not bricks, yes.
Okay.
Like one is lotus grit. Lovely.
All right. So when I was writing this poem, all I was thinking about is, even though the world is broken and we feel it cannot be fixed, we feel the world doesn't want to be fixed. But individually, if we all fix ourselves, automatically we are fixing the world. So that is how I was picturing it, and where I talked about life, a multicolored outfit, which encompasses everybody in the world. Everybody has been designed and crafted to fit in the world, not just by wit, but it was done slowly, bit by bit. Okay. And we are all here now. So it is not the world that is destroying itself. It is individuals. It is me, you. And if we fix ourselves, then the world can be fixed. So that was, this was just a gentle, reflective tone. I said, let me just use to write this poem, just as Dr. Odes said. And Ogashegu,
it worked well.
I will look into that as well to see about changing the last stanza with the second to last, because it does make sense. So I will look into that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Kemi, are you here?
Yeah, mending walls.
I'm here.
Somebody's referencing what's our man here? Mending walls.
Is this me? Can you recognize my own poem? All right.
Let's go.
All right. Mending walls. Something there is that loves a good wall, that puts people in their place and tightens boundaries and loose tongues. Amend your ways, O people of the world, and attend yourselves to your own business. This fence is mine to mend, to fix when I please, to do as I desire. And if I mount a wall so high that no man can scale, it will be for my own very good. For many are the ways in which my heart has taken a beating, and broken hearts are hard to mend. I'll mend the fence when I want, if I want. I'll put you some scroll up now. Or I'll bring it down on anyone who makes it their business to mind.
Ogachism, she needs to read this again because
Uncle Chisholm, you broke my reading, Joe. Should I start again?
Please.
Okay. Mending walls. Something there is that loves a good wall, that puts people in their place and tightens boundaries and loose tongues. Amend your ways, O people of the world, and attend yourselves to your own business. This fence is mine to mend, to fix when I please, to do as I desire. And if I mount a wall so high that no man can scale, it will be for my own very good. For many are the ways in which my heart has taken a beating, and broken hearts are hard to mend. I'll mend the fence when I want, if I want.
Chisholm.
So, are you trying to sabotage my poem? What's going on here?
I think it's network.
I will read this poem again. If you don't, you must show me the last line.
It's reception. I think he's having problems.
Reception is bad.
Yeah,
It's happening
bad.
all around, actually.
I'm just gonna open my own so that I can read from there.
Read it again. Read the whole thing.
Yes. Yeah, I wanna go to. Let me get my own poem out so that.
Menden.
Okay. Should I
start again, please?
All right. Okay. Mending walls. Something there is that loves a good wall, that puts people in their place and tightens boundaries and loose tongues. Amend your ways, O people of the world, and attend yourselves to your own business. This fence is mine to mend, to fix when I please, to do as I desire. And if I mount a wall so high that no man can scale, it will be for my own very good. For many are the ways in which my heart has taken a beating, and broken hearts are hard to mend. I'll mend the fence when I want, if I want, or I'll bring it down on anyone who makes it their business to mind.
I think Oga Chisholm is experiencing network issues. Let's come back.
Sorry about that.
We thought you were planning a coup.
I had to change to another network. I was on Airtel and it just kaput. So I had to move to another network. So, Kemi, you must finish this one by fire.
No, she has read it. She has read it. She read it from her own.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll read it again.
Okay. Okay. Misan, you must talk about this one.
You must. By fire, by force.
Hello, Misan. You're muted. Yeah. Okay. Now.
Can I pass on this one? I promise.
Okay, you can. You can.
If I can.
Wana James. Hello, Wana James.
Hello.
Yeah, please talk about this one.
Sorry, I have to apologize. I was a bit distracted.
No problem. Okay, Richard, you raise your hand.
Okay. Yep. I wrote a poem. I think I posted it after Valentine's Day. I don't know if you guys read it. This definitely shows someone who was linked to disappointment on Valentine's Day, and has now decided to build walls for self-protection and selective emotional openness. Revealing what one expects when love is given and love is not given back. It's very deep. It's one's emotions being spoken about here. What I like is that the writer has the ability to mend themselves, to be able to heal themselves from whatever experience that they have gone through previously. The fence is mine to mend, to fix when I please, and to do as I desire. Lovely. It shows resilience, that they don't care whatever you've done. I am still in control.
Okay.
Lovely. Broken hearts metaphor. For many are the ways in which my heart has been beaten. Broken hearts are hard to mend. Yes, we know that. But from the writer here, we've seen tone of autonomy and self-preservation. It's a lovely poem. It's strong and it's deep, emotional, but the writer has written well, written the heart out. Lovely poem. Well done, Emi.
I'll mend the fence when I want, if I want.
Lovely.
Shegun, please say something.
Exact. So yeah, we should not be deceived by the reader's sweet voice, the gentle voice that carried us along throughout. He's actually issuing threats, and somehow, the threats they are rightly placed. So what I see in this poetry, as beautiful as it is, it's a beautiful poem actually. That actually, how do I say it? But it's a message, all right, to people, and I'm suspecting it is the other gender that tends to want to find something to correct. Always want to tell you this is how you should behave, this is how you should place yourself. You know, this is what makes you acceptable to us. You know, so it's a beautiful poem. The position is well laid, and I like the poem. And the writer and the reader actually read it in a very beautiful way. Thank you so much.
I want to ask, has Kemi joined the feminists?
Was there ever any? Did I never show that I'm a feminist? I don't know. I'm surprised that you're
didn't ever
asking.
show you a feminist.
No, that's because feminism has been seen in a
Okay,
certain
talk
way.
to us, Kemi.
I love.
Yeah,
I love.
Lolade's
I love
way.
everybody's contribution. Wait, Lola, do you want to say something?
No, it's Mr.
No,
Thank you.
just continue.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank
Hello?
you so much. Yeah. So, I think Shegun Shegun got it right in saying that don't be deceived, because yeah, it is a very I like the angle that Uncle Richard came from, but actually the poem is basically speaking to women, as strangely as
Really?
as strange as that might sound. It's speaking to other women to say, mind your business. Just mind your business. Put your nose out of my business and stop looking for how to tell me what to do. Okay, I'll give a little background. As everybody knows, I'm pretty much a confessional poet. And so when I write, I try to use my poetry as therapy, right? Oh, plantain.
Yeah.
You know, I was reading, I didn't remember.
Your plantain is burning, Kemi.
Sorry. Wow. No, yeah. So
Kemi, your plantain is burning.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. So there's a way that women just want to make you feel like you don't know what you're doing, as and so it just comes across as they want to get into your business, and so the poem is just basically saying, stay away, don't get into my business.
Okay.
So that's it.
Miss Anne said the poem feels like a poem Trump may write in an alternative universe.
Thank you, Kemi. Let's listen to Samuel. Samuel, are you here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's listen to you.
Okay. Jela.
Jela.
Yes. It's not Gola. Jela.
How did this get here?
Ancient. Reading gel.
No, let me get this straight. This is not the title of your poem?
This is the title of my poem.
Okay. So
The spelling
why?
is correct.
Okay, the spelling is correct.
That's
Yes.
how the word is pronounced. Is right, jailer.
I didn't know. That's
And
why
that's the way it's spelled.
Okay.
Mm.
Please continue.
Okay. Jela. I do not recognize the hands that lock you in anymore. By dawn, they rattle keys. By dusk, they startle me. As I walk the block, your fingers reach for the bars like mine. We are both reaching for things neither of us can touch. The moon visits your cell at midnight. You trace it on the wall, a dreamer. I get the same moon. I just count the shadows it sheds. Nothing hurts like learning that the lock on my side was never locked, that I could walk out anytime, but my feet only knows how to match the miles of a cage. At night, I hear a rattle, but it's not your chains. It's me, practicing the sound of being human. I stand at the open cell with a dare to dream. The world smiles. She smells like rain. I stand there until shift changes and leave my boots by the door. Some doors don't need keys, just the shape your feet have worn into the floor. The end.
Oh, oh. Okay. One more time, please.
Okay. Jailer, I do not recognize the hands that lock you in anymore. By dawn, they rattle keys. By dusk, they startle me. As I walk the block, your fingers reach for the bars like mine. We are both reaching for things neither of us can touch. The moon visits your cell at midnight. You trace it on the wall. A dreamer. I get the same moon. I just count the shadows it sheds. Nothing hurts like learning that the lock on my side was never locked, that I could walk out anytime, but my feet only knows how to match the miles of a cage. At night, I hear a rattle, but it's not your chains. It's me, practicing the sound of being human. I stand at the open cell with a dare to dream. The world smiles. She smells like rain. I stand there until shift changes and leave my boots by the door. Some doors don't need keys, just the shape your feet have worn into the floor.
Please, let's clap for Summer. Marilyn. Hello, Marilyn.
I am here.
Okay.
I am thrilled by this poem.
Okay.
I'm so thrilled because I have no understanding of what it means, and yet I like it. I feel like we're going. I've tried different combinations, and I don't think I'm getting it right. But I really, really like this poem. I would stop at saying it feels like the jail is. At some point, I said, this guy has been to prison before, but I wasn't sure anymore. But it feels like the jail may be more metaphorical than it is actual. But I like almost every line in this poem. Maybe my favorite are that part just right there where you are. So the two of them, this part where I hear a rattle because earlier he'd spoken about the rattle and the keys, and then here I hear rattle, but it's not your chains, it's me practicing the sound of being human. I think that is so deep. And then at the end again, when he then talks about some doors don't need keys, just the shape your feet have worn into the floor. I don't know what he means, and I'm looking forward to when the poet tells us what he means. Beautiful poem.
Yeah, just like you said, the lines are good, and those ones that you mentioned stand out to me. It's something I'll remember. Some doors that need keys, practicing the sound of being human, how to match miles of a cage. Like, how big is this cage that he has miles in them? I like the use of word like you. I'm trying to find out what the inspiration is or where he's going with it. That the way he wrote it, the way he read it, they sound beautiful. Dr. Day. Hello. Dr. Day.
Yeah. Like Marlon said, she said, oh, maybe this guy's been to prison before. But what I thought was, I'm sure this guy has been a jail warder before. Now, but what that does, what those reactions tell me is how powerfully descriptive these words are. They're sticking us into prison. Right, we're there. I'm there. I'm right there in that prison. So watching this guy who is a guard, or mine is watching somebody who is an inmate. So that's the first thing to say about the point. It really paints a picture. Now, in terms of, I mean, like, all the lines are beautiful. The lines are just beautiful and so evocative and all that. But what I was thinking about all the while, I was thinking about the power of habit. I mean, I could take this one, for instance, and teach a seminar on the power of habits, how habits are formed and how you form the habits, and later the habits form you. They tie you down and tie you in. Probably has nothing to do with what he was thinking about, but that's what I was thinking about when I was listening to the poem. It was a well-written poem, well-conceived. Well done.
Wow. Shegu, you want to say something?
Misan wants to speak. Misan says, call me.
Oh, Misan.
Wow. Okay, so first off, I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. The imagery in this poem is fantastic. You can see it from the point of like habit. I think it's also this thing of the cage in your mind. I think that's like a major thing. It's like you take action and you're free. Reminds me of some experiments I've heard of, where like animals
Misan, can you speak closer to your mic or to your laptop or to your phone? Your voice sounds different.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better. Hello, Misan.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So I was saying that the imagery in the poem is very amazing. Yeah. The theme of the poem it feels so familiar, yet like feels like a different treatment from what we get. So you can talk about habit, you can talk about like the prison being your mind. It reminds me of this experiment where like an animal has been caged so long, or that even when like the cage is open, they do not move past the cage, or they have chains, or but will not move past those cage or those chains. I really like the part of the poem that says that talks about the earth, and she smells like rain. And as he was reading it, like I was reading it with him, and like he reads so well. Like the world smiles, she smells like rain. Yes, it reads so well. It's easy to understand. It's not trying to be overly pretentious, but like it's very deep. My I don't know if it's a say critique, but I feel like there's this line about the moon. The moon shades. I just count the shadows it shades. I would have, like, in my head, and this is not me trying to imprint anything on the writer, but I felt like the consonants would have been better with I just count the shadows it casts as opposed to shades. But apart from that, like, fantastic.
Okay. Samuel.
Yes. Thank you everyone for your input. So I've not been
I wanted to say something. I did raise my hand.
Oh yeah, sorry. Richard,
Okay.
sorry,
Thank
Richard,
you.
please say something.
I don't know, but this poem seems like it took time to write because it pushes out a lot. When you remember people like Nelson Mandela in prison, their stories, some of our leaders as well, Nigerian leaders who were locked up. It kind of reminds me of all of them. Not just them locked up, but even the stories of those who were prison staff working and would talk about the way these people behaved in prison. Here, you can see the central themes here. You've got self-imposed confinement versus real imprisonment, where they say nothing hurts like learning that the lock on my side was never locked, that I could walk out anytime. Again, you have empathy and shared experience. We are both reaching for things neither of us can touch. And then you have freedom and awakening. Some doors don't need keys, just the shape your feet have worn into the floor. The imagery, very powerful here. Tone and voice, reflective and lyrical. Lovely. My overall impression of this poem, it is deeply metaphorical, reflective, emotionally resonant. Again, as I was talking about people like Nelson Mandela and the way they've experienced prison and they come out and talk, there's a turning, it's like turning a prison into a lens for self-discovery and freedom, while still acknowledging empathy and shared human struggles. The ending is particularly striking because it's both lyrical and symbolic. Lovely poem. You shot these kind of poems. They're like novels of top people who have been locked away for no reason. And not just through their eyes, but the eyes of those who have worked in prisons and watched these people. Well done.
Okay. Before you start talking, Samuel, you have tried to talk about this line. I got a bit confused. Is it the word smiles and she represent the word smells like rain, or who is that she? And then you and Dr. Ode can talk about this because you call this jailer. So what is this?
Okay. So jailer is like prison warden. Now, use the word jailer here. The choice of word, many things came to my mind. I'm
No.
not talking about.
Sorry, please. Jailer. I mean, why is that how they spell jailer? I've been spelling it wrong all my life.
No,
Okay,
it's sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So what came to my mind while I wrote this, just like I was about to say, I've never been to prison before, neither have I been incarcerated someone. So the poem is simply about a man that is getting to know, that is it's about a man that is learning about freedom and then starting to believe that he can have it. That's just the summary of it. That's distilled it. Now, the first line here, sorry, the first line is talking to himself and also to the people he's incarcerating. I do not recognize the hands that lock you in anymore. I'm talking to myself, and then I'm also talking to the listener. That is the other people. By dawn, they rattle the keys, doing your duty, and by night, they startle me. When you reflect, you find out that you are the one imprisoning yourself. You imprison others, but you also imprison yourself.
No, you
So
can't.
it's a
You can't explain it line by line. But just give us a general idea before we run
not
out.
explain. Like I said it's about a man.
Mm,
It's about a man learning that he can live, and then starting to believe it. If you go to the last line, the very last stanza, let me use that word. Okay, no, not that one. I stand there until shift changes and leave my boots by the door. Leaving your boots by the door. These are like ancient, should I say, analogy. When they say, he left his boot in the ring, meaning that he has retired from that position or that job. He has stopped
mm.
doing that. Then I now said some doors don't need keys. Now the whole point is just trying to say that. Let me bring it to our Nigerian this thing. There's a song by Asha that said, I'm in jail," or "Mr. Jailer, stop
Mr.
calling me
Jella.
a." So you are a prisoner, I'm a prisoner. But I think since I'm the one wearing the uniform, that I'm the overall, like I'm the one that is putting you in the prison, and like I'm holding your freedom, but your freedom is linked to mine. And before you can move, you need to let all those other extra load leave. That was why I said that there's no pains than the one heartbreak, than the one you realize that all through you were not even locked, that you were the one keeping yourself in an enclosed space. So everything from the beginning of the poem, the first line to the last line, where he looked at his hands and then he sees that that he doesn't even know who is holding who down, who is holding who hostage. So it's about mending, like that first step you take by leaving your boots, leave that. That's why I use a metaphor here. Some doors don't need key, just the shape your feet have worn. Shape your feet have worn is simply shoes, footprint, leave the old you
Mm.
and step to the possibility. Where you said I should explain that I said the
The
world
word.
smiles,
She
the
smells
world
like rain.
it smells like rain. It's like someone standing at the cliff. It's like someone that's broken away from prison, and then you are testing freedom again. Now, someone asked why I use moon. I use moon because just like the title, I should have said jailer. But if I said jailer or if I
Mm.
said prison ward, I won't be talking about moon because people that are in prison in those federal institutions, like they don't see the sky like that. They don't see the sky like that. But when you're in a dungeon, you still see the sky, but you cannot attain freedom. You'll be imagining them. Now, when I say the moon sheds shed, I personify the moon. I also personify freedom as a woman. Personifying the moon, where I use the word shadows, the moon shed. When they say someone is shedding, that someone is mocking you. So you are seeing freedom, you cannot touch it. You are having dreams, but you
Mm.
cannot, like, what's the word? What's the word? You can dream, but you are not living it.
Cannot be real.
You, yes, it's not real.
Okay.
It's almost real. You can feel it, but you're not feeling it.
Nice. Thank you,
And maybe I'll
Samuel.
have explanation in the group.
Okay. Okay. Let's listen to Shegu. Hello, Shegu.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, that's your poem.
Okay. Ew. I'm trying to open. Give me a moment, please. Because it's hard to follow from my phone, so I want to quickly open it here.
Okay.
All right. If only man meant humanity, priceless piece of beauty. searching peace of being, the treasured globe of heart, the tempered gold of part, the art of a story, the act for glory. And yet, it fades, falters, falls, suffered in time and lost its divine. That being has no beauty, and the path has no heart, and glory tells no story. But if only just, the night might take a break, the heaven may fall, and hope finds light. If only man mends. We are broken, once yoked in community, now the cord of disunity. A man for himself, when himself is not without many. A grin always belies greed. A bow readies an uppercut. A treaty but with the needy. And yet, we are something of everything for nothing. Suffered in age and lost its taste. We build pyramids instead of fences. What we see is the only way we speak. And how man fell will always be retold. But if only just, the fallen tree sprouts, and the forgotten vine sours, and hope finds the light. If only man mends.
One more time, please.
If only man mends. Humanity, priceless piece of beauty, searching piece of being, the treasured globe of heart, the tempered gold of part, the art of a story, the act for glory. And yet, it fades, falters, falls, suffered in time and lost its divine. That being has no beauty, and the path has no heart, and glory tells no story. But if only just, the night might take a break, the heaven may fall, and hope finds light. If only man mends. We are broken, once yoked in community, now the cord of disunity. A man for himself, when himself is not without many. A grin always belies greed. A bow readies an uppercut. A treaty, but with the needy. And yet, we are something of everything for nothing. Suffered in age and lost its taste. We build pyramids instead of fences. What we see is the only way we speak. And how man fell will always be retold. But if only just, the fallen tree sprouts, and the forgotten vine sours, and hope finds the light. If only man mends.
Please, let's clap for Shego. Ario. Hello, Ario. Hello.
Is this the same Shagun that normally writes?
Yeah.
Shagun, what happened? This is very simple. Thank you. Well done. I love it.
Let me talk.
You want me to say something?
Yeah.
I think I like the way it's I like the way the poem was rendered, and I like. I mean, obviously, it's still brilliant, but it's just simpler than anything I've read him write before. And I really like reading it. I'm thinking of Trump. I'm thinking of what's happening right now in the world. You know, I'm just like, this is really powerfully written, even though it's simple. So well done, Shagun.
Yeah, Shegu has been changing his style recently. He's writing very simpler poems. Well done, Shegu. Uwana, you raise your hand. Uwana James. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please speak.
Good evening, everyone. So,
good evening, Uwana.
This piece, I really like it, and the picture that arises for me is it is a critique of humanity and how maybe we've fallen off the place that we are really meant to be. And I think the midsection where he speaks about the bow and how the bow hides the uppercut and the treaty for it's almost like how we aren't natural, we aren't straightforward. We do one thing, but there's hidden motives behind it, and that's the picture I got. And I feel like he was able to bury the message underneath the imagery very well, and I like it a lot.
Okay. Richard?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I see the poem as poetic meditation on the tension between human failure and potential. So much strength in the vivid and symbolic imagery. It's very philosophical. It kind of dwells on not just on community, but individual lifestyle and hope. And even though it is, I hope I pronounced this word well, but elegiac, it is still forward. It still has a forward-looking tone, a tone of hope. So lovely, lovely poem.
Okay, Dr. Day.
I agree with Richard.
Sir?
I agree with Richard. It's an elegy, so there's a formality to it, but it is an elegy, and it's just sad because it's like everything turns on if man will mend, right? And I don't know, we follow the weight of history, you know that is not going to happen. So yeah, so I mean that's basically it's all conditional on if man will mend, but you know. The pictures paints really beautiful pictures, really beautiful contrasts and all of that. But all to that same end. If man will mend, if only man will mend. And well, I don't know. My own eschatology tells me that that's not going to happen.
Instead, we become more broken.
Yes. More broken and more brutish. I don't mean British, I mean brutish.
Brutish.
Yes.
Shego, please talk to us.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. So this is how I write when I get into a panic mode and I'm like, poetry is going to start in a couple of hours. I need to submit something. I want to be a part of poetry today. So, yeah. So Kemi got me by saying that, is this me writing like this? It's very, very simple. And I wanted it to be simple because I did not want to rack my brain at all. So I'm happy that it came out like this. But then the poetry actually points to what Dr. Ode says. It's the comparison look hopeful, but the message itself is not. If only man meant, mean that man will never mend. So the end is disastrous. So humanity is broken, humanity is lost. There is no salvaging. So if you see comparisons like if only the fallen tree sprouts, if only the vine sours. If a tree sprouts, that's hope. And if the vine sours, that means it makes a good wine. But then in this case of humanity, it's not going to happen. So we look forward to where humanity can be rebuilt, but the trajectory doesn't look hopeful. And that is the kind of contrast that this poem is trying to position.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we have 2 more poems and we close for the night. Collins said he had a network issue, and then Wada. Hello, Wada.
Hello.
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 This is your poem.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is
yes, it is.
Okay. Please read.
Ironic, actually.
I choose to commune with the chaos kept captive and caged under the veil. We eat veal and quail in a quest to quell Fear and anxiety, the disposition of demeanor. The humid hum of humility hangs harmony in between. Curiosity became care. Now love binds us everywhere.
Next, read it again, please.
Irenic. I choose to commune with the chaos kept captive and caged under the veil. We eat veal and quail in a quest to quell fear and anxiety, the disposition of demeanor. The humid hum of humility hangs harmony in between. Curiosity became care. Now love binds us everywhere.
Thank you. Why are you writing this? Your what they call it now? Your
Pen name.
Pen name. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the name we'll be using for our publishing.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Samuel.
I was thinking you were going to say Dr. Ode.
Dr. Ode is next.
Sorry, what?
I'm not exempted. And no, it sounds like you're one of your students. So it's complex, but very simple. Using few words to say this explosive things. Like okay, I would just say, to me, I feel that this is
is it only me hearing him break, or everybody's hearing this?
It's breaking.
Okay. Samuel, you're breaking.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. Now speak.
Okay, I think it's I would just say it's the message here is healing through mindfulness, or yes, healing mindfully. Healing mindfully. That's what comes to my mind, like looking at it like this, because the poem uses very few words to to play on the theme of mending. So I just think to me it means mindful healing. Not doing it through comparison, or like looking at where I was yesterday to build on tomorrow, or looking at other people around me to like heal, but just doing it peacefully.
Okay. Kemi, did you hear this poem? Hello, Kemi. Kemi, can you hear us? No, he can't. She can't. Dr. Ode, please say something.
For the title, Irenic or Irenic, that means peace. Sorry?
Yeah. Irene.
The proper Greek pronunciation is Irenic, but this has been translated into English now, so we'll say Irene or Irenic, right? But yeah, whatever. It means peace. That's the Greek version of Hebrew shalom, right? So that from there, it tells the whole story, like I think Samuel was saying. And the first line, I choose to commune. Now, what I don't understand is...
Sorry,
yes?
Dr. Ode, is
Sorry.
Irenic means peace or Irene?
No, Irene is the name. The same is a derivative.
Okay.
The Greek word is Irene. That's a Greek word. Therefore, we get Irenic or Irene, but it means peace. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So is the Hebrew counterpart of this is shalom.
Okay.
But anyway, I was saying that from the poem, the first line says, I choose to commune. Now, what I'm not quite sure because of the lack of punctuation is it I choose to commune, full stop, then the chaos is kept captive and caged under the veil. So that's why I'm choosing to commune, but that's separate from the chaos. The chaos has been put aside somewhere, so I'm communing. That's what I don't understand. But whichever way it's sent, it moves. Okay, either it's part of the chaos, I'm communing, or the chaos has been kept away from me, so I can commune, and then it goes on to it veiled and all of that. But it's still the same theme of peace. And at the end of it, it now says love, or it says now love binds us everywhere. So we've got love, joy, and peace all hanging together, which is a great thing. But then what I notice a lot about it is the very strong use of alliteration. The humid hum of humility hangs harmony in between. It's brilliant. Curiosity became care. The disposition of demeanor. I mean, the brilliant use of alliteration. Yeah, love the poem. In short order.
Okay. Agent Manuel, please speak to us.
Okay, because it is a relatively short poem, I'll just analyze each paragraph. So
no, we don't have that time.
Okay, well,
give
then
us an overview.
All it's really saying is it's just deciding to sit with yourself and find peace within yourself. The chaos that you're trying to get that harmony with are those. It's like you're trying to mend between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. The complexities or the traumas that you haven't become at peace with, you're trying to make that connection with them. And that's why I use the metaphor of a veil, because there are so many tendencies and the way we act that is part of our subconscious or is structured into our way of thinking, but we're not in control of those things. So it is an attempt to reach into our subconscious mind and create harmony between them, so that everything you do it consciously and through conviction. So the part about it is just like we share a meal, trying to fix the bridges of anxiety and to take away our demeanors and the way we dispose ourselves on a regular basis, so that there's now harmony in everything we do. And the use of curiosity became care is just because initially when the attempts were made, they were just, okay, let me even see what is behind the veil. And eventually you stared so long into it that it became love. And now it's almost like you have found that peace that you were looking for.
Okay, thank you, Manuel. Let's read Dr. Day.
All right. I don't have my own copy with me. So you have to scroll. I don't have my own copy with me, so you got to scroll well.
Okay.
Thank you. Right, just a minute. Okay. Mend. Mended places often ache from contusive memories beneath the skin. Scars remember lessons taught by weeps. Breaking does not have the final word. Every fracture an invitation to treat and enter a contract with joyous life. Gather the pieces of eight with weight and without shame. Hold gently, not ruinously. Hold as fragments and snippets waiting for wisdom. The truly healed truly mend, and not the status quo, and not as the double-sided beach we dig for ourselves. It returns to what it was before, strength at the same, testifying of the glorious recovery of loss that happens when we remember, repent, return, and do, demonstrating sober endurance and sublime grace. I neither despise nor despair at the slow work of repair and redemption, time and truth, tears and tenderness, working together with the human face of which God is no respecter. What is mended is not merely fixed, but builds capacity, resilience, and intestinal fortitude. Mend, bend, don't break. The end, as your man said.
Professor Ode.
Okay.
Professor Ode, please, one more time.
Okay. Mend. Mended places often ache from contusive memories beneath the skin. Scars remember lessons taught by whips. Breaking does not have the final word. Every fracture an invitation to treat and enter a contract with joyous life. Gather the pieces of eight with weight and without shame. Hold gently, not ruinously. Hold as fragments and snippets waiting for wisdom. The truly healed truly mend, not a status quo and not as the double-sided ditch we dig for ourselves. It returns to what it was before, strength of the same, testifying of the glorious recovery of loss that happens when we remember, repent, return, and do, demonstrating sober endurance and sublime grace. I needed the spice, not despair, at the slow work of repair and redemption, time and truth, tears and tenderness, working together with a human face of which God is no respecter. What is mended is not merely fixed, but builds capacity, resilience, and intestinal fortitude. Mend, bend, don't break.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ode. Richard.
Thank you.
You call on me first?
Yes,
yes.
Your townsman.
You can see this is just a sermon, all prepared for coming Sunday.
For you.
Not for me. Just going through it, first of all, it hit me like a sermon. Then when the pieces of eight came in, I said, where are they pirates? Are the pirates now taking over? But as Dr. Ode always writes, there's a lot of, how would I put it? His writing is like, one is like a novel. So you have to concentrate. No, this is short, I know. But still, when you read it, it's like swallowing, a full spoon, not giving yourself that opportunity to have the time to chew before swallowing. I'm not wrong, and everyone I think can attest to that. But as always, there's a lot of meaning in Dr. Ode's poems. They do hit hard and hit home. I don't even know where to start, but all I know is that with what he's saying, you can see he has used so many words, like medical words of healing, going into scars, remembering lessons taught by whips, which all of us can attest to. You feel yourself inside his poem. It's difficult to really say more, but I feel his poem. I think, yeah.
Ariel, you raise your hand.
Yeah, because sorry, I went for a meeting and I'm back, and you guys are still here. So well done. This poem, the picture it gives me, the one place that I know has truly healed and truly mended itself is Rwanda. They have so many scars, yet somehow that country has been able to mend itself. So that's where I met in this poem and what I've read so far, that's what comes to me. It's possible to actually mend and not break.
Okay. Shego, are you here? Hello, Shego. Kemi, are you here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here.
Please talk a little about this one.
About Uncle this poem. It's mend now, mend and don't break. I think I really like the word mend. It's one of my such a simple word, but it packs a lot in it. And it just, I mean, looking at all the poems that we've written today, you can see the many ways in which that word can take you. I love what he did with the poem. Obviously, I love everything that Dr. Ode writes. My best line here is time and truth, tears and tenderness, working together with the human face of which God is no respecter. I love. There's a way you write, there's just wisdom, and there's just something about the way, somebody has read a lot. You can tell from the way Dr. Ode writes. So it's just beautiful in its own way. And let me quickly say that, Dr. Ode, you see, the poem I wrote today, in my mind, I was like, let me do like somebody that is well read, So when you saw that Robert Frost was in my poem, I was like, yes, I got something.
You got it. The opening line, and then you need to cover your own way. Yes. The title and the opening line, and then you went on your own way, which is great.
Yes, I went on my own way.
Yes, so you went on your own way.
Thank you. Nice
you want
point.
to say one last word before Dr. Ode speaks? Hello, Samuel.
I'm speaking. Hello.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Please.
I was saying it would be illegal to give his poem or like to demagnify it. Yeah, I can't reduce the quality, the quantity, even for me.
Somewhere.
Even for me. If you know I'm not Richard said it. You know I'm not lying. So the mic is yours.
Dr. Ode, teach us.
Yeah, well, I mean,
master teachers.
I mean, the thing is, like Kemi actually said, it's mend, isn't it? So different ways. I mean, first line is mended places often ache. Last line is mend, bend, don't break. Now, everything in between is describing the different ways that we're attacked and we recover and we don't break. We're resilient. That's all that's about. The second line, for instance, I like that. I thought somebody wasn't picking up on that. When you talk about from contusive memories beneath the skin. Now, a contusion is a wound under the skin, right? So the skin it looks good, so you think you're healed, but the wound is there.
Yeah.
And so that's where it takes it from. That's where the ache comes from. The ache comes from those contusions, those memories. Then it goes on. Then the scars remember, and all of so that's it really, And then when the one talks about what Kemi pointed out, we talked about this one, the truly healed, or gather the piece of eight with weight and without shame. Piece of weight is actually an expression I learned from. You won't believe where I learned it from. 50 cents.
Gather the piece of eight.
I learned it from 50 cents.
Really?
Yeah. It's a thing to do with jewelry, with diamonds, something like that. They got a piece of eight with weight. That means it's heavy stuff. You get it without shame.
So.
Huh?
I don't think so. When they mention,
you don't think which one?
Sorry, the pieces of eight.
No. What
I think when they count those numbers, it's about guns and bullets.
It's about I guess in terms of jewelry, that's what that is. But I know I learned it first from 50 cents.
Gains of eight
with weight. I with weight. I something like that. But and without shame. But the line I was trying to get at was, okay, this one that says truly healed, truly men, and not a status quo. In other words, we're not going back to the way we were before, right? Now, the normal way that expression is put, right? The double-sided ditch we dig for ourselves. Street language actually is the shit we find ourselves in. But I couldn't say that. That's why I put double-sided ditch we find ourselves, that kind of thing. So really, it's really all about mending, different ways that we mend, and with different kind of stories and pictures behind it. And the one about God, God, the Bible says God is no respecter of persons.
Mm.
But the original Hebrew says God is not a respecter of faces. So that's what I was referencing there. The human face which God does not respect, because God is going to do what God is going to do in your situation. It says time and truth, tears and tenderness, they're working together, but they're working together with your human face anyway, right? So in other words, it doesn't matter what your face is, right? God will work together with you to bring you to a position where you're mended, you know, and then it leads to capacity, resilience. Yeah, so that's already. So mend, bend, don't break. Different ways of saying the same thing.
Before you go, sorry, what was
Yes.
it? What was it? Oga Chisholm, what was it you were asking regarding the pieces of 8?
About piece of 8 with weight.
Yeah.
I said when rappers mention things
Use
like that, my 6, I use my 6, piece of 8. It generally refers to their guns and bullets or something. But
because I thought I first learned it from 50 Cent, but I use it as a reference, a jewelry reference. That's yes.
Okay.
Go on.
So pieces of 8, if I may say. I don't know if all of you have watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, Pirates of the Caribbean.
So the pieces of 8. So the Spanish dollar. So it's to do in the pirate days of the Spanish and the rest. The Spanish dollar was worth 8 reals. If they paid with the Spanish dollar, so reals, if they paid with the Spanish dollar, it was difficult in those days for them to get change. So what they did to this Spanish dollar, it was a gold piece. They cut it into 8
into 8 pieces.
So that you can now be giving people change. So it was in order, the pieces of 8 means the Spanish dollar cut in 8 pieces so that change will be available when a dollar is paid.
So when 50 Cent used it, actually, was referring to their bling bling, their gold chain they wear around their neck. That's what he was talking about. Yes, that was a reference.
So it's gold. It's a golden dollar. So yes,
it's
gold around his neck.
Yes, it has to do with gold.
Yeah.
So that's the history of it now. But that was the use of it that we're making. The user making of it.
You know, some of these rappers, they say things that are so educated sometimes that
no, but they're extremely
but
intelligent.
They're educated.
Don't you listen to them?
Educated.
Some of those guys are smart, really intelligent.
Yeah, to sing, to write poems, to sing, to do
and
arts
very well read.
You have to be
very well read.
Intelligent. Yes.
Very well read. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know right. So that's me done. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Day. Our next reading is on 9th April, and the theme is current. It's highlighted there on the screen. I want to thank everybody sincerely for showing up tonight and reading these beautiful poems. So Saturday, 14th, will be the first episode of Loudthotz in Abuja, and it's a physical reading. It's 2 p.m.
You say what?
It's a physical reading.
I don't understand. What
are you sharing Zoom link for us?
Physical. You're ask permission.
Are you sharing Zoom link for us?
I don't know yet because I don't know who will handle it. I'm going in wide. I don't really have people here who will do that. So I'm just doing this solo. If I go there and I see only myself, I'll read and count it.
Have you contacted Jovita?
Yes, I did. And I've put up our ads and all that on social media, hoping that people will come. But I'll try and create a link so that people can join and say 1 or 2 words to encourage those who are there and show them how we do these things. Thank you.
Are you saying not everyone will be able to take part online?
No, it's a physical reading, and I'm trying to let the people here know exactly how we do it. So I don't know if I can still do it online at the same time, but I will try and do it. I'll share a link so that guys can come in. Those of us who have been here for a long time will come in, say a few words to those who eventually come, and then we pick up.
No, so because that means poetry from external people will not be able to be read on that day. It will be like sort of encouragement and just, you know.
Yeah, because mostly it's not going to be, I don't know how the internet is going to be at the venue. I don't know how all these things are, but I'll just put a link. If people have a poem they can read, they can send it over. And if we're able to read it from them online, we take it there. But this is just a first step out.
It's not encouraging.
It's not
a pilot now.
It's not encouraging.
Calm down. What we did today now. Isn't that the same
It's
thing?
a pilot. The first thing they're doing. Sure.
It's the same thing as what we did today, right?
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
So Dr. they can read his poem.
Why
not?
No,
he's not quite sure if he can set up a link yet. Yeah. He needs to know what's going on there.
People, the internet, the stuff, you know.
Get a percent.
When are we likely to know this? When are we likely to be?
I'm going to send a link for the reading tomorrow, and people can send in their poems for that. If you want to read what you read tonight, it's still okay. We make it a party.
Okay.
You don't have a theme.
The theme is named. We have put the poster on the group.
Okay.
And it's on our what they call it, IG.
Okay.
Guys, go to our IG and read stuff and share and comment and like, so that the algorithm will push us out more, please.
No, nice one.
Well done, Chisholm. Well done, Abuja.
Good night, everyone.
Dr. Ode.
Yo.
My book is coming out in the next few days.
Yes, I'm waiting for it.
Okay.
Eagerly. Do you have the Nigerian edition? Have you printed the Nigerian edition?
because the edition he has is 37,000 a copy. I just calculated it. I was like, wow.
Hello. Prince in Nigeria. Hello.
It's expensive.
You can sell for 5,000 naira in Nigeria.
Exchange into, yes, it's expensive. Although the ebook is